Good evening. Tonight we're going to discuss team leadership and self-managed teams. Learning outcomes, discuss the benefits and limitations of working in teams, identify and explain 10 characteristics of highly effective teams, what role can a team leader play in creating an effective team, describe how organizational culture can influence team creativity, outline the 3 parts of conducting effective meetings, explain the differences between conventional and self-managed teams, describe the benefits of using self-managed teams in organizations, describe top management's role in improving the success rate of self-managed teams, describe the challenges of launching effective self-managed teams. Use of teams in organizations. Teams offer the best opportunity for increased productivity and profits. Members of a cooperative team can achieve more output than as individuals. Teams have become the basic unit of empowerment. Increasingly, employers are looking for applicants possessing teamwork skills. Slide 4. Is it a group or a team? A group is a collection of individuals who interact primarily to share information and to make decisions that enable each member to perform within his or her area of responsibility. A team is a unit of interdependent individuals with complementary skills who are committed to a common purpose and set of performance goals and to common expectations for which they hold themselves accountable. Groups performance is merely, we're in slide 5, groups performance is merely the summation of each group's members' individual contributions. There is no synergy. In teams, the collective efforts of the members result in a level of performance greater than the sum of the individual parts. Teams create synergy. Teams have a collective mentality that focuses on shared mission, common objectives, sharing information, insights, and perspectives, making decisions to support each individual to do his or her own job, and reinforcing each other's efforts. Slide 6, benefits and limitations of teamwork. Teamwork is an understanding and commitment to a common goal on the part of all team members. Teams offer synergistic benefits. Members can help each other avoid major errors, more opportunities for new ideas that advance innovation. Members feel empowered and experience job satisfaction. Members may face pressure to conform. Social loafing is the conscious or unconscious tendency by some team members to shirk responsibility by withholding effort towards team goals when they are not individually accountable for their work. Groupthink is when members of a cohesive group tend to agree on a decision not on the basis of its merit, but because they are less willing to risk rejection for questioning a majority viewpoint or presenting a dissenting opinion. Highly cohesive teams can lead to conflict. Slide 7. What is an effective team? Team member exchange, otherwise known as TMX, is a team member's social exchanges with peers in terms of the mutual exchange of ideas, support, camaraderie, and feedback. Team effectiveness is a construct consisting of 3 components. Number 1, task performance, the degree to which the team output, the product or service meets the needs and expectations of those who use it. Group process is the degree to which members interact or relate in ways that allow the team to work increasingly well together over time. And 3, individual satisfaction, the degree to which the group experience on balance is more satisfying than frustrating to team members. Team learning is the collective acquisition, combination, creation, and sharing of knowledge. Slide 8, characteristics of highly effective teams. Team approach, while beneficial, also presents many challenges. Failure to effectively address these challenges often results in dysfunctional teams. Team norms are acceptable standards of behavior that are shared by team members. Team cohesion is the extent to which team members band together and remain committed to team goals and to the overall cause. Slide 9, team leadership. A team leader's empowering or directive style leadership impacts team performance. Team leader's role is critical. Examples: chief motivator, coach and mentor, role model, culture enforcer, cheerleader, or resource person. Slide 10, organizational structure and team creativity. Creativity feeds innovation. Team creativity is the creation of something that is valuable, useful, and novel by individuals working together in a complex social system. Top management plays a significant role in fostering a culture of learning and creativity. Types of teams. A functional team is a group of employees belonging to the same functional department, such as marketing, research and development, production, human resources, or information systems, who have a common objective. A cross-functional team is composed of members from different functional departments of an organization who are brought together to perform unique tasks to create new and non-routine products or service. A virtual team is one whose members are geographically dispersed requiring them to work together through electronic means with minimal face-to-face interaction. Self-managed teams, otherwise known as SMTs, are relatively autonomous teams whose members share or rotate leadership responsibilities and hold one another mutually responsible for a set of performance targets assigned by top management. Decision-making in teams, slide number 12. Leaders must relinquish some of the decision-making responsibilities to team members if they want effective teams. The team-centered decision-making model is preferred when, number one, relevant information and expertise are scattered among different people. So, there's a diffusion of information. Participation is needed to obtain necessary commitment. Concentrating power in a single individual hurts the team, or when unpopular decisions need to be made. Slide 13, chapter 8 of this book. Advantages and disadvantages of team-centered decision-making. Advantages: improve decision quality. Exposure to team decisions. Exposure to team decision-making may improve the quality of individual decisions. Shifts much of the decision-making away from the leader and diffuses responsibility among several people. Results in higher commitment from team members. Disadvantages: it's time-consuming, can be self-serving. Decision may be a poor compromise rather than an optimal solution. Leaders may want to keep their decision-making power. Team members may resist assuming more responsibility. Slide 14, conducting effective team meetings. When team-oriented leaders spend a great deal of time conducting meetings, plan for these 5 areas. Objectives: before calling a meeting, clearly define the meeting's purpose and set objectives, participants, and assignments. Decide who should attend and assign any prep work. Agenda in order of priority. Date, time, and place, get members' input, and of course leadership. Choose appropriate leadership style that will mesh well with the people that you are leading. Slide 15, conducting meetings. The leader should use the high task role at the first meeting. Each meeting should cover the following: identifying objectives, begin on time, review progress and meeting objectives. If recorded, approve previous minutes. Covering agenda items, cover in priority order, keep times approximate but flexible, and summarizing and reviewing assignments. End the meeting on time, summarize the meeting, review all assignments, and answer all questions. Slide 16, handling problem makers. Silent, encourage participation. Talker, slow them down and don't stop them. Wanderer, keep the group on track. Bored, assign them a task, nothing like that. And arguer, do not argue. When working in a group, do not embarrass, intimidate, or argue with any members, no matter how they provoke you, because they're just trying to make you look bad. Don't let yourself get pulled into that. Slide 17, self-managed teams. Many organizations are experimenting with an extension of the team concept called SMT, otherwise known as self-managed teams. Conventional teams leave decision-making in the hands of the leader, while self-managed teams have a significant amount of decision-making authority. The leadership function differs as SMTs share or rotate leadership responsibilities. The nature of SMTs is of one team rather than individual accountability, and self-managed teams exhibit the same general advantages of teamwork, but the benefits could increase when replacing conventional teams with self-managed teams, otherwise known as SMTs. Slide 18, top management and SMT success. A self-managed team champion is an advocate of the SMT concept, whose responsibility is to help the team obtain necessary resources, gain political support from top management and other stakeholders of the organization, and defend it from enemy attacks. Ensure organization-wide support and acceptance. Have a champion, allow time for training, select SMT members carefully, provide specific goals and incentives, ensure the organization has the necessary resources, avoid overreacting at the first sign of crisis, because that shows incompetence and lack of poise. Slide 19, changing role of leadership in self-managed teams. In distributed leadership, multiple leaders take complementary leadership roles in rotation within the same self-managed team according to their area of expertise or interest. The SMT facilitator is the external leader of an SMT whose job is to create optimal working conditions so that the team members take on responsibilities to work productively and solve complex problems on their own. Employing the team building activities will generate greater identification with the team, which is in Exhibit 8.5 in the text. Slide 20, challenges of implementing SMTs. Some managers see the SMT as a threat to their future because they won't be needed. Redundancy. The transition of SMTs has potential for frustration and problems for everyone. Due to the absence of a traditional leader, new behavioral expectations must be set, and changing old managerial attitudes and mindsets is a major challenge. Key terms covered in tonight's lecture: cross-functional team, distributed leadership, functional team, group think, self-managed team champion, SMT facilitator, self-managed teams, otherwise known as SMTs, social loafing team, team cohesion, team creativity, team effectiveness, team learning, team member exchange, otherwise known as TMX, team norms, teamwork, virtual team. Thank you very much, and thank you for joining us for this wonderful lecture.